Welcome. Welcome to the madness. I don't know when this is coming out. Maybe Wednesday. So, I printed something really freaking cool. And in printing that, I learned a lot of really cool things. And I am super duper new to this. So there are lots of things that happen. Modifications. The first print I did of this, I got some glow-in-the-dark stuff. What a surprise. Got some glow-in-the-dark stuff. I started this print, and it failed in the middle of the night. And this was a long print. We're talking 38 and a half hours. I printed at 75% speed because I find that the few things in the new bee in me that around, depending on the complexity, how complex, it's late. How complex the print would be is how slow I printed it. So if you follow along, then you've already seen a hint of this thing. I'm going to need a phone holder. So let me grab a phone holder while I'm here. There's not a phone holder in it. Foobar. Where is, humor me here for a minute, folks. There, it's over there. Okay. So I'm going to have to use this as a like this so you can see my hands. Anyway. So, I printed this. I am super proud of how awesome it came out. Now, I should have documented what it looked like before when it comes out of the printer. If anybody is a printer that is watching this, then you know all of the structures it creates, support all around here. All underneath this was completely filled with just, wow, what the hell are they doing up there? Support structure. So it took close to an hour. I had my board meeting at the gun club. I'm over there with I don't have my pick tool down here. My cool pick tool that's like this, but it's got that sharp picker, nose picker. In here, through all of this, taking out all of the supports that were inside here. And so I gotta try to figure out how to do this. So the idea of this, the print is designed for a light, to create a nightlight with it. And I kind of forgot about that after printing it, and then I'm sitting at work and I'm like, what can I do with it? So, do I have it with me? I'm going to bring you right from the start. This is kind of how this process works with me. I gotta find it. So I have a few of these from my very first build. That thing over there, the red prop thing over there. And it had switchable. This is a lot, LEDs were still in its early states. So not a lot of RGB. Addressable at that time, a lot of them were still like this, where you flick switches and you can change color. I have a 5-volt version of this, and it came from that. So that thing's got some years on it. So I'm like, okay, got an idea. Well, ignore the foam on here. I didn't clean off the foam. I'm going to put black foam on here so it sits on top of this to also secure this. So I tweaked and modified, it's like Mad Max at Thunderdome, it to fit perfectly inside of there where I can still get to the switch to change the color. Simple enough. It's 5 volt. Cheap shit, basic 1S charger. Came from a cheapy ass quad drone thing. So I just wired it into there and tested it, and I'll show you in a sec. So while this thing printed, while watching it for many hours, I had a couple spots that broke and failed. Unless you really know what to look for and the shine that it creates, this whole section was missing. And I also had, I think it was only one on this one. It wasn't for the glare. So this upright right here in the middle of my thumb, up and down, was missing. Something happened where it left a string and then it hit it and it broke off. So I got creative and messing with zip ties and other things. I had some pieces. Oh, these aren't the good pieces, but these are some pieces that came from the structure. And I had some pieces that kind of look like this, the longer stalactite looking things. So what I did was I cleaned up where it broke, and I got to sand that a little bit. That will roughen up. So this whole, it's basically a long Y right here was all missing. So I actually had a Y piece. I touched my soldering iron to either end, all the ends, the piece and then the ends, and then stuck it against it and waited till it cured and then modified, and this whole piece down here was missing, and then this right here, and was able to recreate the structure that was there before, and I'm very, very happy with it. It looks, with the naked eye, it's because my phone's super kick-ass. Oh yeah, I'll explain that in a minute. With the glare here, you can see it, but just a rough scuff, we'll get rid of that. This is the second video with the new Fold 5. As a big tech nerd, phones are one of my weaknesses, and love the craziest, biggest, obnoxious thing I could find. So I got my hands on the Fold 5, and this thing has a lot to offer with the camera. I had the Fold 3, so the cameras are better. The main camera is like a 50 megapixel camera, so it's got all kinds of options. So hopefully this is being brought in Super HD to you guys, and the stabilization works good. Anyway, I will plug this in. I will show you guys what it looks like, and you let me know what you think. My dad's like, you should put LEDs in the eyes. So maybe I'll do another one down the road with the glow in the dark, and just do, because I got two separate little green LEDs. I'm going to put you down, and then see here, I think I can adjust this. Yeah, there we go. All right, so let me turn some lights off first. Make sure my power bank is here. Okay, humor me. I'm going to turn the other light off. All right. Here's what you get. The LEDs can be seen from the top, and I was really trying to figure out how I could diffuse them, and honestly, it wasn't worth it. If I put this thing up this way, you don't see the LEDs. And I could do a blocker, because again, most of the light is meant to go up because of the way the jaw is designed. No light's really passing through. Kind of looks like he's wearing a mask. But the cool part is, look at the ceiling, the whole ceiling. So this will act, let me back up, hold on. So that's, other than this light's on, but that is not producing anything from that. You see the glow, and you see the ceiling, that is all from that. That will do the typical red, green, blue, yellow, orange-ish. It's just in the three colors. And again, it still could be somewhat tweaked where maybe I can block those LEDs down, but if I leave it like that, it's not obnoxious, but it looks absolutely insane. You can see that LED is bright as shit. Nice little 5-volter. I have tested that LED. It doesn't get any any real warmth to it, so it's not a danger. You can see some of the fuzz still left on there. That is so freaking cool. I hope that's the screenshot for this video. I left the wire long. All right, let me put some lights back on. Unplug here. I left the wire long for hiding it. There is room to spool some of it up underneath here. You could, if you had a power bank, that's not a bad idea. I have a black power bank that I could sit this on and spool the wires up, or make a stand, because I have a 3D printer now. So I could do a little stand or something like that, and you wouldn't even know, and then the wires would be plugged in the back. But that is my creative outlet for Monday, which you're probably seeing on a Wednesday as a future guest. So I overcame some obstacles, got creative, was able to kind of melt some of this in there, and that will lead me to down the road for creating other fixes for other things. But let me put this under the light. I don't think I need the glue gun. Hold on a sec. Boom. I put it under the light. I dig it. Super dig it. Share your thoughts. I want to know what you think. Is it creative? Is it cool? Recommendations. I said diffusing the LED was my only other idea, but I couldn't find anything in the other workshop area to diffuse them. I've seen people do glue, hot glue. They do a dab over the diode, but I didn't want to take away from the intensity of the light at all. Um, if I can find a filter, an opaque, or I can't even think of what it was called. They use them on like bathroom windows and stuff like that. It's a film that kind of blocks out light, but blocks the view, but light can still transfer through. And I saw one that was very diamond shimmery, which would diffuse and break up the light even more. So we'll see. That's just ideas off the cuff, but it's late Monday evening. I'm tired. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts. Peace.